Hello and welcome to VLearn, Virtual Learning Network. This is session 4, part 2 of Technology Management Forecasting. Topics to be covered: technology, forecasting methods, in that 10 trends and exploitations, technology monitoring, growth curve, relevance tree, morphological analysis, comparisons of methodologies, common mistakes and pitfalls in technology forecasting. Now, yes, in the previous session of forecasting, we were having an understanding about the various techniques, the various trends. So, these are all the methods which are used in the technology. Now, we are going to discuss about the third method of analyzing the technological forecasting is the trend extrapolation. Trend extrapolation is basically the method use historical data on selected technology parameters. So it is very historical data. It is basically and commonly used for the forecasting, and yes, at the same time they worked on the parameter for protecting the future trends. It basically implies that historical trends are a resultant of the number of forces which will continue to behave as in a past unless there are strong reasons to be contrary. So in that case, yes, it is basically functioning on the history trends we come to know. They analyze the very historical data, historical analysis, and are resultant to the number of futures. There are n numbers of forces was there. You have to consider each and every parameter to understand the trend exploitation because it's trend. So obviously for analyzing the trends you have past analysis, past datas, and for this you must have a good reasonings, you have must good parameters to justify that. So it will be which will continue to behave as in the past unless there are strong reasons to be contrary. So if we talk, so the basically a single function or an attribute of technology performances or technology characteristic is used for the projection into the future. So yes, single function or attribute can be used as the projection technique. So we can assume that the possibility of quantify the changes in the performances of technology basically based on either a straight line or the explanatory trend extrapolations. So we can consider that yes, there are the two technologies was used. Either it's a straight line trend exploitation, a very straight line, or it could be exponential trade extrapolation. So two examples we were taking there. First is in case of where there are knowing natural limits such as 100% efficiency achievement in the steam engine, for that matter any conversions of energies. Second is cases where it is known that conditions governing a specific trend in the past have changed. So there were two examples. In first we were analyzing the natural limit, or we are actually understanding the efficiency of steam engine, and in second case we were basically working on the government specific task or trends in the past. So in the linear trend exploitation, for calculating it there was enough formulas. So the straight line exploitation method can use this projections. The straight line method use it. The linear trend could be represented by yi sigma xi plus b, where we can say that yi is what? Value of parameter. What exactly you were giving the value of a parameter for which year or for how many years. Xi is value of I year, a and 3 are constants to estimate. This alpha and betas are constants to estimate. We took alpha and beta at a very constant area, and we considered xi as a value of an ith year. Then the main formula of calculating the sum of squares, S alpha beta is equals to sigma n I is equals to 1, in that case yi minus alpha xi plus beta square. So this is what the sum of square formula. Now on minimizing the estimation of x and y, we get this after solving it. Now solving above equation. In this equation, this was the alphas equation and betas we can calculate in this arithmetic average. Now how we will going to apply this? Application of trend exploration was there. For applying it, there was various stages to be fulfilled. First is selecting an appropriate parameter to describe the attribute of an interest to forecaster. That is, define all the attributes what exactly the forecaster is looking. Second, collecting the past data for this parameter for the reasonable period. That is, collect all the past data that is you required for that particular parameter. Then third is plotting the data graphically to determine if straight line, expectation or parabolic etc. can best describe the trend. So it is what plotting the data in a very geographical manner. Fourth is then fit that appropriate curve as described early in a mathematical equation. That is, you have to use the formula in this stage. Now what are the advantages and disadvantages? In the advantages, the trend exploitation is objective technique and does not use any intuitions of its application. Yes, no intuitions was used. It's very objective, very calculative. Second advantage is the method of teachable and learnable, revisable and reproducible by others. Yes, that is what it is always there, things to be understand. Third advantage is it is simple to use and quick to interpret. But explanations cannot be used unless there is a sufficient past data. Okay, now the technology monitoring. It's the another method to be used in technology forecasting. This is technology monitoring. So technology is fast changing. So if one has to reduce the uncertainty, there has to be a system of monitoring the signals of that technology changes. If they write to or if they really want to monitor them, so yes, to understand that when it's required, to understand the signals of changes. So forecasting basically based on the trends and a growth curve, assume that there is a fairly good continuity between the past and future. So it is generally predicted that yes, forecasting is done in a better way when there was a growth curve. When there was no growth curve, there was less forecasting. So technology monitoring is one of the technique which can be used for monitoring the breakthrough events. So it is always there that technology monitoring is the one which is used as in a good technique to monitor the technology improvements. So monitoring process basically consisted with the following steps. There was few steps to be used in analyzing the monitoring. First is information scanning. There must be a proper information in the organization. Information scanning must be there. And next is screening these scanned information. Understand all the scanned information and screen them. Third, evaluation of screen information and development of ideas. There must be a proper evaluation of screen information. Fourth, utilization of evaluated ideas for research and development planning, projective formulation and productive diversification. So there must be a proper utilization of these ideas, proper utilization of these work. Now another is information scanning. This is the first stage on it. So how we are going to scan the information. So the main aim is to get the data and information related to technology field, just to understand what is the information and data we required. So we can do comparative competitors research and development plans. We can use this technology, or manufacturing program must be used, or marketing share must be considered. Another, environmental health of industry sector must be there, or government policies in incentive or disincentive regulation control, or manpower capabilities can be used. Social attribute preferences was there, or demand supply estimated could be there. So this is what, through this sources we can get the information, we can understand the information. And then after that we have to, after gathering the information, next is what? Screening of the scanned information. There must be screening of that information. Whatever information is got by those sources, that must be screened, they must be scanned properly. After scanning that, evaluation of that scan information must be there to analyze in a once, that is to just, this basically stage was focusing on the forecaster or the group of forecaster will subject the relevant informations. They are more towards, they required synchronization and evaluate them in-house in the organization and come up with the solution. So that is what utilization of evaluated idea. That means you have to come with the good and appropriate idea. Now the application of that particular technology, this is what technology monitoring is very useful. For application, yes, they can apply in any plan of research and development. If there was any research and development, it could be planned. Another is to obtain the new ideas on the product and process technology, or it can be used to identify the area of corporate diversifications. Fourth is to identify the possible sources of technology. What are the advantages and disadvantages? Advantages of this method is that it can be effectively used. So this can be taken as a single on opportunities, and the disadvantages, it's very cumbersome. Now another method is growth curve. Growth curve is basically observed as in a growth pattern. It's in a S-shaped curve. This basically specifies the growth path of any variable or any technology. So similarity between the biological and technological system has encouraged the forecaster scientists to use biological growth curve of technology forecasting. That is, if there was a growth in the biological part, so there must be a growth in the technological areas in same S curve. So the two method, namely Pearl curve and Gempel curve, are widely used in that kind of growth patterns. This is Pearl curve. So this is basically shown the increase in population of organisms followed a growth pattern in the S shape. So Pearl's growth curve equation could be adopted for the growth of performance of technology with reference to the functional capabilities which is used. That is, this is the growth of performance of technology. That means technology is growing. Yes, at the same time, the functional capabilities are improving of this technology. So there was a formula for this Pearl curve, or defining that Pearl curve. That is, y is equals to L divided by 1 plus AE by BT. This is what L is upper limit of growth. What is the extent of that growth? T is time, and A and B is considered as constant. Y has an initial value of a 0 at T. So that is what basically used. So Pearl curve equations can be rewritten as in this form. This is what the Pearl curve is. V defines the limits, the parameters rate of growth, what are the upper limits, and yes, at the same time, time to be required for that. So this is what the time. This is what Gempel's curve. Yes, the scenario is same. They basically the inventor of mathematicians. So they again work on this formula, y is equals to L E B T K T, upper the limits of B E K T. That means L is upper limit of parameter, B and K is taken as constant, and T is time. Now the advantages of this method. This method, in case of diffusion of new technology, initially there are only few suppliers, few after sales facilities, but this works in the more appropriate manner. Then now when enter with the next method, this is relevance tree. Relevance tree is defining the activities to be performed for the particular objective. If this is the one objective, for completing that one objective, we required activity 1, activity 2, activity 3. For this activity 3, we need to complete task 1, task 2, task 3. For this task 1, we required system 1, system 2. For system 1, we required deficiency 1, deficiency 2. For deficiency 1, we required project and actions 1, project 2 or action 2. So this is what the relevancy T. That is what the activities in the further analysis. Advantages is provide a systematic method for assessing the route to be used for achieving the defined future. Just define the route, guide them. Help in deciding whether an objective is likely to be achieved or not, guiding them. and yes, at the same time help in determining the alternative way by which the given task is going to be improved and done. And finally, establish the need of carrying out detailed technologies. Now, morphological analysis. This analysis is basically used to systematic evaluation of all the possible combination of solutions. So this is what analyzing come up with the all solutions of that advancements and then evaluate that. So morphological analysis is basically used to stimulating the thinking process because it's all into the intuitive part. So examining of all the combinations and all the alternatives to achieve that technology advancements. The advantages is it can be used to identify the requirement of individual technologies. There must be the advancements of that individual technologies considered in that kind of methods, and that technology goals is considered, and statistic model is used. It is not suited to take care of system, but yes, it is used. Now, this is comparisons of methodology. Whatever the methodologies we just studied, there is the comparison on the basis of this scenario. Use of intuition, complexity, resource requirement, identification alternatives. So, like Delphi technique, intuition is 100% used. Complexity is 3. Resource requirement is 3. If we talk about alternatives, yes, it have alternative. Trend expectation, there was no alternative. Intuition is less. Complexity is less. Resource requirement is 1 to 2. In growth curve, there was 4 use of institution and complexity is 4. Resource requirement is 3 only and no alternative. So this is what the comparison in which method we required which things in a very more scenario. So these are more appropriate, or technology monitoring is more appropriate because use of intuition is 1 in that case. Now, common mistakes and pitfalls. What are the lacking areas in the technology forecastings? What are the things which actually make the pitfalls for this? First is failure to use the appropriate data. Yes, whatever the data is available, it is not appropriately used. We can say that use of unreliable, use of inconsistent data was there. Failure of use of valid available data is wrong. So this is what the first thing. Second, mistake in selecting appropriate methodology. The method is not properly used. Inappropriate technology, inability to handle that intuitive technique. So that is the another mistake. Lack of imagination in form. Yes, failure to distinguish the single and noises. What are the opportunities and just what are the fake opportunities? And yes, at the same time, maybe reliance on the limited information was there. And the another biasness is bias introduced by the personal factor. Yes, this could be happen. The forecaster may have a different interest, may have unwillingness to do that, or that he's over optimistic. So these are the reasons through which certain pitfall arises. So there are few questions which you have to do it by yourself. First is explain the morphological analysis and explain the Gumbs curve. So this is all about for the today's session. We are winding up here. Thank you so much. Happy learning. We learn.